What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. I can't see anything. Did you guys use these at all today?
Nope.
Didn't need them here.
Just stared it at the sun. Stared at the sun.
I stared at it through my phone.
Okay, so you went like this.
Yeah.
Could you see it though?
Not till it got totality.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will say these things do work, and it was incredible to see the entire eclipse of this thing.
I bet it was. I can't relate. I saw none of it.
Like none of it because it was cloudy.
Oh, it was so cloudy.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, there would be a couple of instances where the clouds would kind of blow away and you'd see little pieces, but really nothing enough to be able to say I saw any of it.
I have to say there was a lot of hype for it, and I was like, okay, it's here. I didn't think it was as exciting as I didn't buy into the hype, but when I was looking at it and when it was happening, I was like, wow, this is pretty incredible.
Yeah. The build up to it was kind of mad, but once it actually happened, it was like,
Yeah,
it was just like pitch black.
yeah, yeah. It was like dark. It was dim, and you're like, wow, like, can you imagine back in like what just back in the day when before there was any of this like internet or anything,
The
and
1970.
1970.
I'm pretty sure they knew what it was.
Before electricity.
I know.
But like you couldn't predict these things, and then all of a sudden that something like that happened, like we think it's the end of the world.
End of times, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when it was happening, I was like, what was that show, Heroes? Remember that show,
Yes.
Heroes? That's all I could think about.
I came home a little bit early because it was going to be like 3:15, 3:30 or so. It was like when it was supposed to be in totality up here. And I got home early. My wife and kids had just got home. We had the glasses, and it's like it got dark and chilly. Like it got cold real quick. I noticed, but then no, cloud cover, can't see anything. I was like, no worries. It comes around in another 20 years. I probably won't be here to see it, but you kids will at least.
You'll be here.
Yeah. Yeah, we had so many of these glasses, and they're like, I don't want. First of all, these were selling for like $30 a piece, like around me, and yeah, at my work we had like 200 like extra pair, and those are gonna be hard to kind of get rid of because no one's gonna
They
want
make
that.
good welding glasses. I think it's the same plastic.
Is it really?
Your welding shops.
Can you not see anything with welding glasses?
No, you don't want to see anything.
So it's really just you're just like this, like you
go
like,
off feel.
You go by feel.
So I'm told. I don't know how to weld.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured you know.
Well, like you can kind of make out shapes, but
Well, once it's going.
Well, yeah, but
to start
up
out,
until then, it's very limited. From the from the 5 times I've actually welded something.
Yeah. So, I guess we're changing subjects, but how do you weld something and not see it? Like, how do you start it? Do you turn on the flame and then put the thing on? Okay. And then
I've only ever done it with a car battery and a weld stick, and it was for like quick bubblegum job tack stuff for like equipment. It's never been anything that's supposed to look good. So
welding in a car battery doesn't sound like it's a good combo.
It'll work in a pinch. Sometimes if you're out in the middle of a field with a tractor, then you have something break and you got to tack it back on there.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what we're talking about.
Welding 101. Don't listen to Unworthy.
All right. Well, how you guys been? What's been going on?
Same-o.
Yeah.
Work.
Tried
to catch up on all of the X-Men today.
Which means you lied to me a couple of weeks ago. You watched it.
I watched the first episode, but I fell asleep. I didn't tell you I fell asleep. It was a white
Mm-hmm.
Because I did have
Betrayal.
on
Betrayal. That's what it is.
tried to sugarcoat it as nicely as I could for you, Clint.
I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't need things sugar coated.
Uh, so you caught up on X-Men. What else have you been up to, Unworthy? It's been a while.
Just working, man, and playing a lot of Pokemon in my downtime, and a lot of Nintendo Switch. What little downtime I have, that's about it. I had the opportunity to commentate some awesome wrestling event this last week. That was a lot of
That
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
I did catch up on that. There were some technical difficulties, but that was fun. I
Yo,
like the way you put it
plagued in the beginning. We were plagued in the beginning with technical difficulties.
together. How did they fix it on their end?
They don't. It was me. I was running the whole thing. Like they sent me the video, and so it was me.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was a fun. That was definitely fun. I think you got. I like the call-in section. That was a pretty fun
That was a
thing
good
to
time.
do. Yeah, that was fun. Clint, what about you? What have you been up to?
Work, gaming, repeat.
Gaming. What have you been playing?
Baldur's Gate 3 and Fortnite.
Oh, nice.
He's
Baldur's
a big
Gate 3.
Fortnite guy.
What do you play on Fortnite?
Like my character or
No, like the games. Like there's so many different like
I,
games when I last logged in.
I pretty much I play all of them except the Lego.
The racing is actually really fun.
Oh yeah, and like easy XP. Like just do a couple
Yes.
of races of those, you're already leveled up a couple. So
Yeah, totally. Totally. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
nice.
and that is honestly like one of my favorite games ever made. Final Fantasy is one of my favorite Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games ever made. I've been waiting for this for like 20 years. This type of game to be remade. Remake was awesome, and then Rebirth is just incredible. So I'm having so much fun with it. Almost done. I've like Unworthy says he doesn't have time for video games. I have easily logged like 80 hours of this game somehow. I'm not sure how. And I say I have no time for anything, and yet I'm still playing this game.
That's how I've been feeling since I got the Nintendo Switch. Like I've never had time to play video games, and now as much as I can, I've got that Switch in my hand. I've fallen asleep with it a few times because I can set it up. It's got like a little kickstand. I'll
Yeah.
set it up on my computer stand next to me in bed, and I'll just have the controllers in my hands. And I'll be laying on my side, playing it in bed, and I'll fall asleep, and I'll realize that like I'm stuck in the middle of a battle, and I haven't made a move yet.
Which Pokemon is it?
Pokemon Violet, right, is the one I'm playing right now.
So my kids are playing both of those, and so we've been playing it together. Violet and whatever the other one is. Scarlet. And it's just so much fun. Like role playing games like that. I don't think I really understood until I was like maybe 10, which is my oldest daughter, I guess. But I keep telling her, I was like, you need to like level up by fighting, a lot of different animals, Pokemon.
Yeah.
And they finally got that concept, but it's an intense game. There's a lot going on in this game, like the
Yeah, that
mounts
one.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's the I got the DLC for it too because like I finished the main
There's
campaign
DLC.
and I started doing I finished the main campaign or was about halfway done with the main campaign and I wanted to get Hitmonchan and I was like the only way you can get Hitmonchan is through the DLC. So I was like, all right. So I downloaded it. I played through the entire first half of the DLC and didn't come across Hitmonchan at all. So I'm like rewatching the videos on how to find them. And it's actually the second part of the DLC that you get them in. And then, but you can't start that until you finish the main campaign on the main game. So I went and I finished that, started the other part of the DLC, and like I was getting just wiped out by like the first trainers you see, like their Pokemon are all like 80, level 80, and
Oh,
mine were still at like
jeez.
level 60 and shit. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I need to go back, and now I have to go back to the main campaign game and go through all of the trainers that I skipped over and didn't fight and get my guys leveled back up.
Mm-hmm.
To 80 though. Jeez, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
Video games. Baldur's Gate, I definitely we've talked about this for Clint. I really want to try it. It does seem intimidating to like jump into it though.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a couple of months, and I forgot everything about it. So I've
Oh,
been trying to relearn the controls and everything, but we're getting there.
in our you playing on the PC or are you playing on PS5?
PS5.
Nice. Well, what do you got on toys? Any toys?
I actually did. I got a big bad toy store delivery. I picked up. I got one thing delivered, and then I got my big bad pile of loot delivered today. But the biggest, well, the happiest one for me
Oh,
this year.
yes.
Got this from Amazon. It came in, I think, like at the
Wow.
end of the week last week. I haven't opened it because I haven't had no time from work and then Pokemon.
He's big.
Yeah,
He's
he is
much
gigantic.
much bigger than I thought.
And like if you hold it up against like the other 2-pack, like the box is the same size, but like the figures are a lot smaller.
Hey, what's up, Art? Check out Art unboxing Art, state of the art on Wednesdays. Art's the man. Oh, cool. The Bizarro ones too, huh?
Yeah, the Bizarro and Bat Zaro, that was in my pile of loot today. It's been sitting there since shit, somewhere around Christmas time, I think.
Can you show that about the Bizarro thing again? Oh, wow. Hold on.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that design a lot.
Yeah. I'm stoked. I wish his suit was a little bit more purple.
Yeah.
Then again, it might be. I'm colorblind and all. It might be purple. I love the little details they added on Bat Zaro with his belt being upside down and the pouches are hanging open.
That's cool. Wow.
And then I made
Unboxing
like
says open them and do photos now.
No, I haven't done any photos in a long time. I made a not so expensive boo boo, but a boo boo nonetheless. I was looking for. I wanted an Alakazam Pokemon figure, like because he's always been my favorite Pokemon character. And I was like, I want to do like a Doctor Strange versus like Alakazam. Like I don't know, some reason that seems like it would be funny to me. So I was on Big Bad Toy Store and they had Bandai had Pokemon figures. And I was like, all right, sweet. So then I found this deal and it was like a multi pack of figures. It was Arceus, Alakazam, Glaceon, and then I can't remember the other one's name. And it said it was the way I'm looking at it is it's a 4-pack. And I'm like, Bandai, they're pretty good. Like Bandai Spirits, they make pretty good size, decent sized figures. Going to be a little smaller, I'm sure, than a Marvel Legend, but it should be anyways. It's Pokemon. So I ordered this thing with only a cursory look over what I was actually ordering. And then this is what came, and it's actually a case of these like model kits.
Whoa.
So I opened up the one of Alakazam.
Thanks, Art.
they're
That's
well,
cool though.
they
Wow.
are for the price. Like they're like little model kits, but like they do have articulation. Like the hands move, the arms move, the head moves, the mustache is even articulated. Just very small.
That will do the job.
But I was like, what? As I opened the box, I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't order this. This isn't what it said it was. And then I got on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm like, Okay, it's exactly what I ordered.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it says it is.
So, I mean, for Alakazam though, is he the size of a human, or would that fit with?
He's
He
4 foot
should.
11.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should be uh about up to maybe just a little over the belly button region on a Marvel Legend. I would say. I think
Okay,
this
that
is
could
the,
work though, right? Still could work.
Yeah.
but like actually really cool for like the boo boo of it. But so it came with two of these, two of the Glaceon, two of the Arceus, two of the other ones, and then there's like a whole like accessory thing that's like effects for
Do
them.
a giveaway for the extras. That's awesome.
That's actually exactly what I thought. I would keep one of each and then give away one of each.
Or
You
give
know.
them to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, actually, the thing is, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's 3 Alakazams instead of two, and then 2 accessories. So,
This is what you should do. You need to challenge someone, do a Pokemon tournament, challenge them. If you lose, you give them a Pokemon.
there you go,
Right? Isn't that how it works?
something like that. But so it came with that, and then like I said, there's Glaceon, which is pretty cool.
That's
My
cool.
youngest son is a big Eevee fan. That's what we got him for Easter was Lego sets of all the Eevee evolutions.
Oh, that's cool.
Arceus. And then I don't actually even know what this guy's name is. And it's not in English, so I can't just read it off.
You don't know that one. But
He's got like little baby versions of him that come out of his ears.
I know someone who might know, and if he doesn't, he'd make it up. 2017.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm gonna make it up. Whatever it is.
What is it?
You're talking about Pokemon? I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make everything up.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
anything about
yeah.
Pokemon.
What's this guy's name, Danny? That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's holy crap, I can't even think of a name. He looks cool though.
All right, well, if you think of one, let us know.
Dragapult.
Dragonpool?
Dragapult.
Dragapult.
That sounds like the real name, Clint. We were looking for something made up.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't specify. If you want real answers, you go to me.
Danny, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I'm doing really well. Been a long day.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but I made it.
Were you staring at the sun with these?
Yeah. I sent the photo. I had a beautiful eclipse go by, man, and it was a beautiful sight. No,
Yeah, it was crazy.
honestly, a lot of I was at work today, so a lot of like the employees were out like doing it, and like
Yeah.
But it takes a lot to like get me excited. It's like I don't care about an eclipse. I think the earthquake was like if we would have had another earthquake, I would have been very excited.
Did
So,
you
like,
did you feel that earthquake?
I did not. Unfortunately, I
Okay.
did not. No, I did not. A lot of like folks at work were mentioning it as I was working. It was like, "Did you feel that?" I'm like, "Feel what?" They were like, "It's an earthquake," and I'm like, "No, I didn't feel an earthquake." So I thought it was like a joke. But then, like, you watch the news because everybody has the TVs on, and the news they're talking about an earthquake in Jersey that was felt in New York, and it was felt over here. And then my kids are texting me; they were like, "Dad, did you feel the earthquake?" But the best answer was from my mom. My mom had the best earthquake joke of the day. Mom, if you're watching, you won earthquake day. You won earthquake day. She texted undisputed champion of earthquake day. So she'll text me. She messaged me and she says, "Hey son, I dropped my balls. Did you feel it?" I was like, you know what? I was like, Mom, if this is your way of telling me that you're okay or checking up on me, you're the best mom in the world. So, Mom, thank you for the smiles.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Well, I know of that's hilarious. Your mom's awesome. I want to meet your mom in person.
You sure?
I know a lot of our I do. She seems like you guys had a nice time at that horror convention.
She meshed really like I brought her to I brought her to meet Chubsy and Mrs. Wubsy. And I knew they would hit it off from day one. I said, listen, your personality is everything. And it's funny because they were both scared in a way to kind of like, my mom was scared to kind of offend because my mom is very like vocal. She's like mom, but she's like one of the guys. Like she's like hardcore. She's very vocal about stuff. But she's very like, she'll make jokes and they're like, damn, all right, chill out. So I thought it was gonna be something where she was like, yeah, just let me know if I'm a little, if I'm a little too much. I was like, Ma, trust me, you're gonna mess with. I'm telling you, it became something where like I introduced them to my mom to the point where they're like, your mom's gonna stay here in Jersey. You could go back home. They wanted to keep her because they had so much fun with her, and she was just made them laugh all day. And it's nice to see two little badass redheads just walking around, Mrs. Wubsy and my mom, because they're both redhead. It's like, these redheads, you can't mess around with these redheads. So it was pretty dope. But yeah, you'll definitely have fun meeting her. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. And if she's the person that raised you, I know she likes to talk to people and hang out.
Oh
So
yeah, no, yeah. And she barely speaks English. Like she speaks.
Oh, really?
You'll understand. You'll understand the stuff that she says, because a lot of the stuff that she says, it's like, all right, Mom, that's not what the word to use right now. She'll drop a couple words, but she thinks all this stuff that we do, and like, it's pretty cool. She gets a kick out of it, and like, she's happy that her son is not out there making more babies, and is really here just enjoying YouTube and enjoying collecting and stuff like that. So that's cool.
Sure. We were just sharing toy hauls. Did you get anything?
No. Yes, I did get the translucent Godzilla from Haya. I did get that, and he's dope. It's the same mold as the other Haya toys. It's just it has the body, the entire body is translucent, where you could kind of like light it up in certain spots. I've seen people like grab like the little LED lights and like stick them in through the cracks to make the entire body light up, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm still waiting on the Kong 2014 Kong to show up, and then I'm supposed to be this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I'm supposed to be getting my Mezco turtles this weekend. So
oh, no way! Awesome. Those are gonna be awesome.
I'm excited for those. I'm hoping that, because the person that's selling them to me got them from BBTS, because they got two. I'm just hoping it doesn't have like, because there've been a lot of incidents where they've been getting a lot of the heads, the same heads. Like Donnie, I want to say it was Raph and Donnie have been getting all the same heads. Like you haven't been getting the interchangeable heads, but also two like different some of the same figures too. Like some people have like had two Leos and two Raphs.
Really?
Yeah,
I've seen the same heads. I haven't seen the same figures.
This is stuff. Listen, this is stuff I know about the heads. This is other stuff is like I'm hearing about people. So I'm hoping that it's something simple like that, because that's an easy trade. Because I know there's somebody out there that's probably looking for because they want to. Everybody's been doing customs. I actually want to repurchase some of the heads to kind of like paint in red, so I could have like the classic. Yeah, I want to do the
classic. Yeah,
the classic turtles and stuff like that. But yeah, that's other than that. Like I haven't really purchased anything, because everything I've opened my Puppet Master figures, and they're great.
Yeah, those haunt me.
They're pretty dope.
No, seriously, Puppet Master, Chucky.
Yeah.
Puppet Master was one of the reasons why I'm like scared of dolls and stuff. Like,
really?
Like Puppet Master, man. Like I remember watching that movie, and I think there was a scene where they're like there's a couple on the couch or something like that, and she turns over and the guy's just like keeled over like this, and like the drill guy's like drilling in his head.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. I mean, yeah, they're a little it's like one of those like curveballs that NECA throws at you.
They look
like
great.
I never thought they would ever make like the 6-shooter is like probably the best one they've made. Like I love he comes with all the little guns and all the hands, and then you can put the bandana around his mouth. He's great. The Jester I'm a little disappointed in, because his hat won't stay on. And like you're supposed to, like in the movies, his face would like move to kind of change his expressions. I wish they did that, where they were able to like kind of turn clockwise his head, where you could change the expressions. You just get 3 extra heads. So, but other than that, I didn't really purchase anything new. Everything that came in has been, either pre-order or just something I'm waiting on.
Got it.
Other than that Green Lantern 2-pack, this is the other one that came in my pile of loot that I'm very excited to open up.
Yes, that's a dope.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
I know it's
cool.
John Carver.
I never saw that movie.
I haven't seen it yet either. I started watching it, and like the first 10 minutes, my sons woke up and they came out in the living room. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to start this over another day.
Yeah.
And I just haven't.
Let's
Just
put on
start
next
them
one.
young.
It's a solid movie. It's not a bad movie. Actually, it's really not. It's a fun movie if you watch it, and then like if you want to get a lot of like if you were really big into the teen like horror movies that came out after Scream, like Never, I was gonna say Never Hide Cologne. I Know What You Did Last Summer. What is it? Urban Legend, stuff like that. If you were into stuff like that and into those
Okay,
types
so
of
it's
movies,
kind of
Any
like that.
bad teen horror movies?
they weren't that bad.
They-
Like
That
I
was,
mean,
I mean that was like
they
the
weren't that bad.
epitome
Some
of when I was a teen and going to watch those movies.
they were a lot of those movies were capitalizing on the success of Scream, but like
Yes,
some of them,
yeah.
I mean, again, we don't watch at that age. You're not watching movies and saying, "Okay, the acting." No, you're watching it because it's a horror
Think
movie.
for
You're not watching.
yourself.
Oh, Clint, you
You
just
know what?
overthink. You overthink your
funny-
crap. If you it's like this didn't come out the right way. No,
The funniest thing about the Thanksgiving movie is like my daughter had seen, she was like kind of starting to watch the first part of it with me, and she's like, "What is this?" And I told her, "Oh, it's Thanksgiving." I gave her a quick like little gloss over of what it is, and she's like, "Oh, it sounds dumb." And then just a couple days ago, she was like, "Have you seen the Thanksgiving movie? Did you know Dr. Dreamy is in it?" No, it's Dr. Dreamy from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
Why do you
he's
think
in
Danny
it.
watched it?
Huh?
Why do you think Danny watched it?
Derek Shepard is in this movie. Why not?
McDreamy's in it.
Mhm.
So when I was like, "Yeah, I knew he was in it." She goes, "I want to watch it," and I go, "Oh, now you do. I tried watching it, and you thought it was good before."
Wow,
Well, that was
that's a
kind
good
of
reason
your
to watch
fault. You
that.
buried the lead.
Yeah, I did. I was like, "It's about Thanksgiving."
man, that's funny.
Somebody gets
Wow.
killed with corn cob holders. How cool!
Wow. Okay.
So, Danny, how
I'm
many
intrigued.
stars do you give it?
From 1 to 5.
Yes.
What other stars are there?
Oh, I mean, we could do 10. I mean, I do 10.
To 5.
From 1 to 5, I'll give it a 3.5.
That
Oh,
checks out.
that's pretty low for you.
I'll give it a 3.5. It was a fun movie. I actually really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie. Wasn't really anything coming out. I think a lot of the horror movies that came out have been like either like like you expected. Like Nope was like one of those movies I really was looking forward to, and it's just like it
Are
didn't
you
do much.
Are you looking forward to Abigail that's coming out in a couple of weeks?
It looks interesting. I'd give it a shot. I mean, a movie that really disappointed me that was new is Imaginary. Imaginary, I watched and it was like, yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't good.
Oh, Abigail is about Dracula's daughter. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to watch Immaculate. Everybody's like, oh, the Night with the Devil. I heard everybody like
Oh, yes.
praise that movie. Like it was such a good, like everybody's like praising. That's a movie I would like to see. But then Immaculate and then
yeah, I heard Immaculate is pretty good.
There's a movie on Peacock now for free that you can watch it. It's the Night Swim. I want to watch that, but I haven't seen that. But that looks interesting to me. But it kind of reminds me of The Grudge a little bit. Like I feel like I'm getting like Grudge feels. So, but yeah, 3.5 for Thanksgiving.
Or 5. One of the
Or
two.
5. 5.
Oh wow, you opened Kilowog. Oh man.
Nice.
He's
he looks.
He's a big boy.
Oh,
Yeah, he looks dope.
he
That
looks
face sculpt is-
so good.
Yeah, like, and it's almost like they already pre-blackwashed it for us, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Nice.
Cool. Well, I got this guy, DC Icons.
Nice.
Nice.
Morgan Freeman. Where did I hear that? I heard Morgan Freeman somewhere, or I read it somewhere. Where did I hear Morgan Freeman from?
I gotta say he's cool. He came with all these like different like things you can put in the ring. I have to say the sculpt. I mean, it is tiny. This is a 6-inch
Yeah.
compared to the McFarlane's. Here's a McFarlane.
Yeah.
Like, look
Oh.
at that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's tiny.
He's
But
average.
yeah, he's average. He's like a figure arts. He's like a figure arts kind of, a little bit bigger. But I love it. The details are great.
I'll
Colors.
get the job
great.
done.
I went to. There was a huge sale. There's a store near me called Comically Speaking, and they had a 50% off everything in the store. So it was 50% off everything. And the way they did their comic books was that anything 10 and under was $2. Like,
Nice.
so if it was 10, it would be $2. I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but I did have like a stack of comics. I was like, what am I doing? But I did pick up a few things. I picked up that Green Lantern. I picked up this Sentinel Rockman.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. This is a kind of a grail figure for me. This thing goes for like $200 on eBay.
How much are you selling it for?
I'm keeping that one. I picked up Forge
Nice.
because I just got a Forge kind of because of the X-Men happening. He's pretty good. I picked up No Chewing, a Lego set, and Triple H SX figure arts for like $15.
Nice.
That was pretty good. So all in all, and then they had Pokemon. They had Pokemon packs for $250. So I got a whole
Nice.
bunch of Pokemon packs
Like
for
new
my
new
kids.
packs.
Yeah. Well, I mean they're packs of Pokemon like Palladian.
Yeah,
Phase
yeah, like
and-
not open.
Oh yeah, not open.
That's dirt cheap.
And so I got 20 packs. My kids
Oh,
opened
yeah.
all of them,
Nice.
and they got all these crazy pulls, like $40 like cards. I'm like,
Damn.
my youngest Kevin was like, I got this one. I'm like, oh my god, like
Talk about turnaround on investment.
and it was like 5 different cards, and then my other kid was like, yeah, I found this one too. I was like, oh my god, like
You're like,
this is-
that's
I
not
was
a
like,
good
how much
one.
is this one? This one's 40. I was like, this one's 50. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm just picturing this scene, but it's Bob's Burgers voice. Oh my god.
Oh my,
That
oh my
move.
god.
Oh my god. On top of that, I got a huge diamond box of figures, which I'm going to open like one at a time. But a few of them that I did open were Crimson Dynamo. Pretty good.
Nice.
This is a great figure. Invisible Woman. This figure is awesome. Like, articulation is really not anything, but it comes with all these cool like accessories. It comes with this like base. Diamond's like really. It comes with like all these different like solid legs and like pretty cool. Something I found in the basement, and I can't believe I haven't opened yet. This Jubilee.
Nice.
This Jubilee is awesome.
Mhm.
Is that the Build-A-Figure one?
No, the Build-A-Figure one is not good.
It's the Juggernaut wave, I think.
Yeah. Caliban.
Yeah.
It comes with this like the boom boom head.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Like this is probably the definitive Jubilee, I think.
Wasn't there something like the gloves were the wrong color or something?
They're blue. Are they not supposed to be blue?
I think they're supposed to be yellow.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Still cool.
It's X-Men. Of course he's right.
And then there was another Kid Omega, which I needed to get.
Nice.
He's a meth figure, but I mean, Kid Omega is an interesting character. So
You need to. So you need. So for that one, you need to do a kit bash with his head sculpt, but Chambers' body, and do like
oh
one of his T-shirt, like his Magneto is right T-shirts.
okay, I like that idea. I did the chamber body on what's his name? The Asian guy from Ant-Man. What's his name? Agent.
Oh, Woo. Is it-
Yeah, Agent Wu. Is that it? And then I opened up.
I'm
This...
probably wrong, and I was just like stereotypical.
Well, I was thinking Wu too, but I didn't want to say it, and I was like,
You're
"Oh,
right. It's Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Wu." Yeah. And then I got a whole bunch of Avatar figures from Diamond Select, and so I opened up Zuko. So
Nice.
he's a cool sculpt. Articulation's okay, but I have to say the sculpt is excellent. So I opened up a lot of figures. Oh, you know what else I got? I got so much. Like I went kind of nuts. Holothon this past weekend. I had to get the Kirby.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
This was like
Kirby.
it was just sitting on the shelf by itself, and I was like, "There's a
It's
single
great.
light," and I was like, "I need to get it."
You're coming home with me, sir.
Yeah, and then right on like the next shelf, there was this guy, and I thought
Oh.
Macho needed it, so I picked it up, and now he doesn't. So
What's that one? Is it just a single figure?
Yeah, the single classic like
Mhm.
Leo.
Oh, nice.
There were so like this was like these were a big chase. There were some what was the like 4-pack of turtles?
Plus, what is it? The punk turtles with the
Punk turtles.
jacket. Yeah.
Those were a big like
Yeah.
chase. So yeah, I have so many figures around me and I'm all overwhelmed. And then I saw this guy. I was so unhinged this weekend. I saw this
Oh yeah, that's a great figure.
yeah, and Machu, I told Machu that I did not Machu Toy that I saw this a few months ago and passed, and he said, "You are a psychopath. This is an amazing figure." So I saw it again, and I picked it up.
That whole entire line is dope. I'm looking forward to the rest of them that come out.
Are you gonna get Ken? Did you get Ken?
I have Ken and I have Dawson and Bison.
Oh, you have Dawson Bison. Those are good. You don't have Ryu or
I have them all. Well, the
Phelan.
only one I
Oh, yeah.
don't only one I don't have is like the Evil Ryu.
Mm-hmm. That was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean you could find it online, but I mean I haven't purchased it.
Got it.
I can't wait for Guile. That's the one I'm excited for when they finally put him out.
Guile would be. There are not enough Guile figures.
No, the Storm is like an incredible one, and I've seen it a few times. I'm just not willing to pay. Not willing to pay for what most people are wanting for it.
I feel like not many people have that Guile Storm one. I don't see enough of those pics.
I've
Maybe I
seen
just-
them on eBay, and I saw what's the cat's name there on IG that always says the auction. Why am I
Marvelous?
blanking? Yeah, Marvelous. I say, why am I blanking? I bought stuff from him. I can't think of his name. He had them, and then like somebody was offering to buy several of them in a bundle. I was like, I can't play around with that.
Yeah.
They got the SH now online. If you check on BBTS, I think they have the SH.
The Guile SH? Oh, really?
I don't think they have the guy. I think it's
Ryu. Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was like 3 years ago, I would have been all over those.
Yeah. I think
Right.
Jada Toys is the way to go right now until they boost their prices up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
I'm enjoying the ride until they decide to say, hey, you know what? We're gonna start selling these for $37 each.
Yeah, 35, 37. Something like that.
I mean,
Where-
I have the Chun-Li, and I would say it's easily worth. It's worth more than what they're charging for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that 35. I probably would still bought it for 35. Though. I don't know. I'm not
they're
very
not watching.
responsible with my money.
I hope they're not watching this and heard that. So they're like, you know what? He's right.
Well, if
Let's
they
raise the
did hear
price.
it, hopefully they heard me say I've only bought the one. So.
That one's dope. I've seen that
Uh,
one a couple of times at the shop, at the
Yeah.
local shop, and I haven't picked it up, but I want it.
So again, can't wait to open this one up. We talked about this one a little bit, but then there's one that came in too that I'm super excited for, which I had no idea they made. Chosen.
Oh yeah.
from for this one's from Karate Kid, but man, they made a Chosen figure like this is crazy.
They need to make a young version of Chosen.
No, they didn't make Young Chosen, but
I said they
hey,
need to. They need to
Yeah.
make a young version,
yeah, with the ice blocks. That's what we need.
or the what is it? The stained T-shirt when he gets hit by the tomatoes.
Yeah, yes. KJ Smith, what's up, buddy?
KJ.
But yeah, so many toys. I don't know what to do. So I've just been making reels. And thank you, Clint. Toy Fathers, Toy Fix.
There you go.
It runs. It works. It works.
I've been so out of the loop with toys for the last like month or so. So like I having all these toys that I haven't even opened yet. I was like, this is an odd feeling. I usually get these and they don't stay in the box for more than 15 minutes after I get them home. You know.
Yeah. So you just opened the Kilowog, and do you like those?
Yeah, I didn't take Kyle out. It's the same Kyle I already have. Kilowog was the most big reason I was buying it anyway, and I'm glad I did. He's not loose like the Doomsday.
Doomsday's
The
loose.
Doomsday Superman one, like his hips were so damn loose, you can't do anything with that Doomsday unless you put a base plate on both of his feet. He'll just start to split until he falls over because he's so top heavy. But this guy, he's not loose. His arms are nice and tight. Fucking wide arms, that's for sure.
Thoughts? Do you think this will go down in price?
I'm not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it before. I've talked about it before. I don't think the price was unreasonable for the McFarlane 2-packs, especially a mega fig 2-pack. I don't think the price was outstanding. That's why I didn't have a problem buying it. I know like the Superman Doomsday one and like the Superman and not Doomsday, the Batman was it Eradicator, whatever his name was.
Those were like 60.
They didn't go down in price until like newer 2-packs came out. So like the Superman Doomsday one, it's still at my Target. And
Really?
and I think they're on clearance, but they're like still I want to say still almost 40.
I love that Doomsday. I mean, it has its issues, but I love that design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it looks great. It's just you can't stand them up or pose them for nothing. Really.
Oh, mine stands up, but it's I do have a loose straight leg. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this weekend holds in terms of.
I don't know. I think this was well worth the price. Look at that.
Well, they were complaining about when they first announced the Turtles, they were complaining about the Forza, and not everybody's willing to pay $6 and some change for them. So it's like, and if you think about it, it makes sense. It's like $100 a figure, and they come with a shit ton of accessories. What do you expect? It makes sense. NECA. No, listen, NECA could do that because they've been putting out a bunch of turtle stuff, so they could put individual turtles out now. But Mezco first turtle figures, it's only right to
put all of them
as a four. Yeah,
same with the Power Rangers.
Yeah, it makes sense for that. So I agree. The $70 wasn't a problem. This is the translucent Godzilla.
Oh,
it's just a whole body's translucent. This is translucent. It's pretty dope because then you could like play with the light a little bit and do the whole like atomic blast effect thing going. But he's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Hiya's like killing it with these, like, and that's another thing, right? Here's like Hiya Toys who's charging you less of the price that SH Monster Arts is charging you, and they're giving you way better figures, better looking figures that stay together. So I'm pumped for the rest of them that are coming out. I need a Shimo. I need the Shimo now, and I need the Scar King if they announce it.
Yeah, I would definitely buy a Scar King when he comes out.
I'm one click away from buying this Kilowog, so we'll see what
I
happens at the
mean,
end of
you
this thing.
probably should.
Just-
I'll take
just click
Kyle
it.
out and see if I can
Just click it.
convince you any further. Like,
Just
it's pretty
click it. Thanks.
accessory wise for Kilowog. It's pretty light. It just comes with the gigantic lantern and the
That's
hammer.
cool.
Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
come with any egg. It would have been cool if they'd given like an extra ring finger hand, you know,
Yeah.
so like an open one,
Sure.
so that he could be holding the hammer in one hand and the lantern in the other.
Hmm.
But I mean, as far as the megafigs go, this is probably the best. This is next to Atrocitus. Atrocitus has always been my favorite build-a-figure mega figure that he's done, and this is right up there. So
Yeah.
I wish I'd built Atrocitus.
You can.
That's
buy
cool.
all your
I could
toys.
get you all 4 of the figures to build them this week. As a matter of fact, they're still all at one of the WalMarts.
Are
There you
they
go.
on sale?
Nope, they're still full price.
Yeah, no thanks. You're good. Don't. Well, I did say we talk a little X-Men, a little apes. Let's talk about first of all, Unworthy. You've caught up on all. No, you haven't caught up. You've watched all 3.
Almost all. Yeah, I watched 3 and I got like the first, I want to say 10 minutes onto the 4th one before my sons decided they had enough of me enjoying myself.
So, were you a fan of the X-Men show?
Oh yeah. Oh, it was my
Yeah.
childhood.
So, what are your thoughts after watching the first 3 episodes?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. The first episode, it was about halfway through, and I was like, I don't love this. This is not doing it for me. I don't dig the animation. Really, I was hung up on the animation. So then I had to start it over and stop caring about the animation and like pay attention to the story. And then I was like, all right. Second episode, I was like, all right, perfect. I'm sold. This is exactly what I wanted. I love it. The animation's amazing. I don't know what past me was thinking. This animation is amazing.
Well, it's definitely better than the like. It keeps the same style, but they make it more palatable, I think.
And
Thoughts
I
on
gotta
voice
say,
acting?
I think the voice acting is fine. I know that there's certain people that are the same and certain people that are different voice actors, but I couldn't tell you which are the same and which are different. Like they all sound pretty close to me. And I guess the one thing that I did notice after watching the first 3 episodes, I was thinking to myself, it's like I've heard a lot of I don't want to say anything too vulgar. I've heard a lot of people saying that this is like super woke and like, oh, I don't like it. It's woke, the message, and I'm like, I don't get any of that. Like I'm getting
Yeah, I don't
X-Men,
get that at all.
which is naturally sort of air quotes woke. I don't think that's the right term to use. I want to say aware would be a better word to use. And I don't get any of the like. I don't understand those complaints. And I think it's just because those people are probably dickheads.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's still carrying off the same topics and same things of the old X-Men show, just of being a mutant. I think it hits harder nowadays, right? In terms of like that message. So
I think we're more aware of like some of the as adults now. We're more aware of some of the context of some of their topics than we were when we were younger.
Sure.
Like I didn't get the context when I was younger. Now it's like it's the same stuff that they were doing in the original series. Just I understand it.
Yeah, and how it fits into like the real world.
Yeah, the overall narrative of the story. It all makes sense. And I gotta say, the scene where Magneto yanks the fucking the judges and the executioner up into space.
Yeah,
I was like, "You bad son of a bitch! No wonder Rogue wants to bunk it with you. No wonder you bad to the bone, you."
That was an excellent scene, and the voice acting for Magneto has been like really spot on.
Oh yeah.
Is he's not one of the originals, right, Clint?
No.
Who are so the originals are Storm, Wolverine, Rogue,
and Beast.
Oh, Beast. Okay. Beast sounds exactly the same. Like, I think he's the only one that's I'm like, in Storm, I guess.
There's some parts where you can hear like his age a little bit, but for the most part,
so good.
oh yeah. And spoiler alert for episode 4, the original voice actors for Jubilee comes back.
Oh, whoa, really?
No.
As
Wait,
that one
why?
character.
As
Yeah.
oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even catch that.
Yep.
I thought I just used the same person. Oh, that makes sense.
So
Is that's the person she sees in the beginning on the other side of the video game screen?
Yes.
Or that's as far as I got, and then I
Okay.
couldn't hear the dialogue that was being said because my sons were really into the first 3 episodes. They were watching it right along with me, and then it got to there, and I'm trying to listen, and they're running around, knocking their recliners over, being ridiculous. And I was like, okay, this is where I leave off for the evening.
All right. Well, we won't get into that one yet because I don't want to ruin it for you. But that's cool. I'm gonna go back and watch that again. But Danny, you got to watch it. Has your boy in it?
I know. I haven't had time to do anything or watch anything. I'm getting prepared for a graduation, and
Is that coming up?
it-
Wow, really?
yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. So I'm getting ready for
Is
a
that in May?
graduation.
Or is that in June?
Close. I think that close to the end of May and then
Okay.
June stuff. So it's been a lot of working extra and being at work and doing all this extra stuff that I'm doing. So
Got it.
yeah.
Well, I won't follow our regular format for Planet of the Apes, but I feel like we should like talk about it.
yeah,
We've been keeping them on the hook since January. You don't think we could squeeze it out just a little longer?
We've decided on where their next movie is going to be Donnie Darko.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yes, I haven't seen it in like probably 10 years, but I loved that movie for a period of time and just watched it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I don't even know where to start with Planet of the Apes. I gotta say, like, I was pretty impressed with Dawn and War.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through some of the history of Planet of the Apes movies. So the first one was Rise of the Planet of the Apes in this trilogy with our friend, or not our friend, with
our buddy James Franco.
With James Franco.
I want to say he's everybody's friend. He'd definitely hang out with us, I bet.
Yeah, sure. Because he has no one else to hang out with right now.
he has his brother.
Huh?
His brother will hang out with him.
Sure. But he still tries to keep distance. When he was canceled, when Franco was canceled, his like star was like up, like going up a little bit. So
I didn't even know he was canceled.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that term. Canceled.
So I guess what I guess these are. I thought at first these were just the Rise of the Planet of the Apes was like basically these were all prequels to the original movie, right?
Right.
Like the Marky Mark movie?
No.
No, like the original ones.
I mean, is that what you were thinking? You were thinking it was a prequel to the Marky Mark movie?
No. The other one.
The one with the guy that played Moses.
Yeah, Charleston.
Moses. Moses was in Planet of the Apes.
Who played Moses? Good call.
Played Moses.
But I guess it's not after watching War. So,
I think it was originally that was their original intention, but I think as they were more popular, they definitely. I think they started veering away from that.
They left it open enough to where you could make a loose connection to it, but
it was, what was it? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was the first one, right? And then Rise, and then War.
No, it was Rise, then Dawn, then War.
Dawn. Okay, so yeah, Dawn the second one there is where they started. So at least that was my understanding. Clint would know better. He's more intelligent than me.
Well, I mean, this movie, the first one alone made almost $500 million worldwide, so it was deemed a success. Who directed this one? Oh, Rupert Wyatt. What did he? He didn't really do much. The Escapist. So he wasn't necessarily like a huge director for this one. But I thought it was a solid movie. I thought they did a great job with Franco and Caesar and Andy Serkis getting out of the Gollum role and into another mocap role. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Andy
They gave us
Serkis
one.
is just such a exaggerative actor that like he can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked him as what was it, the Claw? Was it the Claw? No, Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Black Panther.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it in Avengers Age of Ultron where he's like, "You want a candy?" and he's got the little dish of candies.
Yeah.
Um,
It made for an amazing video GIF. You ever watch this? The one where he like pulls Franco close, and he's like, "What
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear?" And he's like, "Let me borrow $20 to tomorrow."
that's the gift.
That's like that's like a little video clip they put up, and like they got the captions like every like family reunion barbecue, you have that one uncle's like, "Let me borrow $20 to tomorrow." And now every time I watch the movie, that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear what he says. I want to hear that.
Rise was great, but honestly, Dawn is where it starts. That's when it's awesome, and the reason being Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves, director of the Batman. Man, he can put together an epic movie, epic movie. I didn't think I was gonna like these two movies, Dawn and War.
Yeah.
But they really surprised me. They were excellent.
Why did you think you weren't going to like them? Just thought they were going to be cheesy? Or?
I didn't know much about them, to be honest. And then I'm like, whoa, I'm like so captivated with the characters. They did a great job with Caesar. They're doing a great job with like just describing like the hierarchy of the apes themselves, the dynamics between them. And I loved how they like carried over each relationship and how it affected each movie. Like they were all connected somehow. And you had to watch, or you didn't have to, but it helped watching every single movie. But I loved man, just what they did with Caesar. Like he's clearly my MVP, like for all these movies.
Oh yeah.
I like the dynamic between Koba and Caesar. The internal power struggle, as it were. It translated really well for being guys in mocap suits and then fleshing them out.
Koba.
I mean, hell, they were more fleshed out than the humans in that movie.
Yeah. Terry Cabell as Koba. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Koba was so badass. I loved Koba. Then he got crazy, but
I like this scene where the soldiers, the human soldiers, are like taking, they're resting, and they got their guns down, and the monkey's like, he comes in, he's like, ooh, and he's like doing all these little tricks and stuff, and then he picks the gun up and mows them down. I was like, that's a badass monkey right there.
I do have to say that guy who kept on messing up everything. Why did they take him? Like he was the one that like started all this. Like I forget his name, but he was the one that shot Koba's son, I believe. In the beginning and started the conflict. and then they bring him back to go fix the dam. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh shit, who was that actor?
and then he like pulled the gun on Caesar's. I'm like, what is going? Like, I thought Caesar gave them way too many chances.
Yeah.
Caesar is, if Caesar was an X-Men, he would be Professor Xavier or Cyclops. Like, actually, I'd say he's more Xavier, because he's like definitely he's like, all right, you humans are dumb.
Okay,
I'm gonna keep giving you chances.
So, first off, in this scenario, Bishop would do that kind of shit. Accidentally start rise shit up.
So he would be the human.
What?
What would Bishop be?
Like he would be the one to accidentally escalate shit.
So he'd be the human that kept fucking things up for everybody.
Yeah,
Got it.
Because that's how every single one of his episodes back in the '90s series always started. Like,
yeah, you're not.
It
wrong.
could have been perfectly fine, but he accidentally escalates shit, and then everyone has a bad day.
He's like, oopsies, this is how we do it in the future.
But Kerry Russell was great. The main character guy, I don't know his name, but he was pretty good.
I can't remember who that actor
I do have to say, this was probably the most boring Gary Oldman performance.
Yes.
I'm
definitely forgettable.
Exactly.
Jason Clarke.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he was terrible.
Like Gary Oldman, he really didn't do much. He was just his character never changed, and he was just angry.
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me. He reminds me of his role in The Dark Knight Rises. Just like a grungy old man that shows up from out of the sewer to be like, "Oh, this is what we're doing over on this side. We're gonna do this over here."
Yeah.
Planning in the background.
Yeah, all in all, that was a great movie. And then I thought War started. Switching gears to War, it was a little like it just started so quickly. There was it was how many years later? Like,
yeah, it jumps ahead quite a bit. But how badass is that scene where Woody Harrelson is walking out? It's snowing. He's got no shirt on. He's walking out onto the balcony thing, shaving his head. Like, that was a badass scene.
When I watched that, I was like, I bet this is a scene that Unworthy thought was so badass.
It was a badass scene. Like, it was very American History X. Not that that's a badass movie or anything, but like,
Jesus Christ.
like, just because yeah, I mean, think about it, Danny. That's kind of the same thing that he's doing. Like, it's kind of the same character. He's bald headed. He's shaving his head. He's going out to start a race war, basically.
Yeah.
Only it's against chimpanzees.
It was 2 years after the first movie, so I thought it was a larger jump, but it was only 2 years where he's in hiding.
Yeah.
But to kill the wife and then the kids, I was like, wow, that was.
Yeah.
I really thought his son was going to do something. Well, wrong son, I guess, but.
I tell you, the way that movie ended, I didn't think there would ever be another. I thought that it was such an anticlimactic ending and such an underwhelming ending for what was a really good movie that I was like, I'd never imagined they would do another Planet of the Apes sequel.
I'm just going to put what Dick says. Imagine one day you're at work or out for a drink doing shopping and someone shouts cut, and it turns out you were Gary Oldman all along. That's how good of an actor he is. I mean, yeah, he's a really great actor, no doubt. It was just such a weird role because I think that was a pretty much either during or right after Batman Begins and Dark Knight and all that.
Right? Way after.
Yeah.
Was it way after?
Yeah.
For War, I was again the spoilers with Caesar dying at the end. I was like, well, then this isn't like this isn't what Planet. This has nothing to do with Planet of the Apes, the original. Then,
No. Well, I
right?
mean, there was so many Planet of the Apes like that, the original one. But then there was so many after that that like it's hard to tell
Yeah.
what kind of ties in.
Sure. I did really enjoy War. I thought the turn of why Woody Harrelson's character was doing this was really that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like how the virus was turning everyone.
Yeah, and that that kind of lended itself to, I thought, in a way, like the Marky Mark version, because like if you remember, they were all slowly becoming infected, and it was like
I'll be
everybody
honest,
was
I never watched the Marky Mark one.
no, like at the way that one ended, where he gets back in his ship and he takes off, and then he crash lands back on Earth, and he thinks he's back on Earth, but then like all the humans are actually ape characters, like driving in cop cars. The Lincoln Monument is a ape.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like that,
I did see it, I guess.
when you find out the twist there, where the virus, everybody is like dying. I thought that kind of lent itself a little bit to the Marky Mark, because it's like, oh, is that how they all became apes? Like he actually was
Okay.
on Earth. Like they all turned into apes instead of the apes
Mhm.
became intelligent, which was a ridiculously stupid idea.
So, did you ever watch the original?
The very, very originals, no.
Okay, so there are humans in it, but like they're like non-speaking, like basically like acting like how monkeys act. Like
So basically what War was trying to get at, right?
yeah, so
Okay.
there is precedent for that,
Okay. Oh, okay.
and so like whenever, and so kind of that's why it's kind of the first one plays on that twist where they're like shocked that they hear a human speak, and like his first lines are, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape,"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's yeah.
Woody Harrelson. That's Woody Harrelson in a nutshell. Well, I mean, that's kind of how the Marky Mark version was too. Is Marky Mark lands on the planet, like he crash lands onto this planet.
Where
And
did he come from?
so there was like a space station that they had uh, chimpanzees on the space station. They were sending the chimpanzees out into space on like these drones and stuff to collect data or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They were out to collect something, and then the the space station was like kind of caught in a warp thing. It was all very science fictiony, very uh Odyssey type shit. Like the space station you see starts getting warped or whatever, and he had gotten onto the another one of the escape pods to go after the chimp that he was after, and then he crash lands on a planet, and it's all the humans are in cages, and they're like servants to the ape overlords, and like they don't speak. So when he lands, and that's one of the first thing he says too is, "Get your damn dirty hands off me." And like same thing, all the apes are like, "Holy shit, this one talks."
And then, of course, the plot twist was they just re-landed back on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Like
the future.
like the first one.
Yeah.
The original.
Only no Statue of Liberty. It was the Lincoln Monument. Like the Lincoln Memorial was the evil chimpanzee Bane.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I did watch this movie. It was just a long time ago. Yeah, I thought all in all that the trilogy was great. I'm actually pretty excited for Kingdom, to be honest. Not expecting too much, but so who's his son again? What's his son's name?
Caesar's son.
Yeah.
Cornelius, I think.
Cornelius. Cornelius. That's right. So excited to see him do whatever he did. Well, if we were to rate this movie, or if we were, we'll go through all of them.
Okay.
Danny, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. What would you give it?
Damn, I haven't watched it in a long time. James Franco, I'll give it a 3.5. I love James Franco.
Unworthy.
I would say that out of the three, that was the least impressive one. So I would say that I would agree. I would say it's probably a 3.5.
Yeah,
Clint.
even though it has my favorite fight scene, it's going to be a 3.5 for me.
Has your favorite what scene?
Fight scene, the golden like.
Oh
my
yeah, the
favorite
Golden
scene-
Gate. Yeah,
That scene made that whole movie worth it.
that was really good.
So yeah, 3.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. I'll do the same. Don, Danny.
Also don't remember that one.
That one was
trying to think of a scene. I'll give it a 3.5. I don't want to give it because I don't want to give it something I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't want to give it something that it's not. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 just to be fair.
Unworthy.
I will say that Dawn is out of the three. That one's my favorite one, and all the tension between Koba, all the internal struggle with Koba and Caesar. It was just a really good storytelling. So I'm gonna give that one a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. This is my first 4.5 in all the movies that we've done. Like, it was my favorite Apes movie. But Clint,
I'm going to give it a 4.
awesome. In War of the Planet of the Apes, Danny.
That one I'm gonna give a 5.
Oh,
Only because I got a free poster at the movie theaters. I got a really cool ass poster.
Is it the one of Caesar in the snow?
On the horse, yeah.
On the horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That one's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? After these movies, I was like, what did NECA make these figures?
They made
They look so good.
Yeah.
And they are so expensive right now.
They're gonna re-release. I feel like they're gonna re-release them with the new movie.
Yeah, if they don't re-release them.
I kept trying to find a way to slide that Dr. Zaius joke in there.
Dr. Zaius.
We still haven't gotten a Dr. Zaius in these movies yet, so
maybe in Kingdom.
Yeah.
Ooh, good point. Ooh, I hope they do. They must.
Give me the Moses man, and I'll give it a 10.
He's dead, so that can't happen.
CG does hella wonders, so bring them back with CG.
Unworthy, what do you say about War?
I will give this one a 4, just because I felt like the ending was underwhelming.
Oh wow, really? You thought so?
I had doubts for the longest time that they would do another one, just because of the ending. Yeah, so I'm gonna say.
And Clint?
I cannot rate it because I have not watched it.
You haven't watched War?
No, I did not.
Oh really? Oh, we just spoiled everything. Sorry, dude.
He's been busy. He's only had since January.
My bad. I didn't realize. Sorry, I spoiled that major spoiler.
It's all good. I already read the synopsis and read what happened. So
Got it. Well, I give it a 4. I give it a 4 too. Those are definitely enjoyable movies. Diggs Fig is singing the Simpsons song. Jay Shack, can I play a sure? Well, I couldn't before. I have to go back and watch that Simpsons episode. Well, Donnie Darko will be our next movie. Let's shoot for that one for next week. Can we do next week?
I think we can.
Wake up.
I'm up.
Yeah, that's
Were
what
you
they say.
talking to me? Sorry.
That's what they say in Donnie Darko.
Yeah. Actually, I was just listening to the
That was to no one.
um,
That was not to you.
what was the Mad Mad World? That song was on. It came
Yeah,
up on shuffle on my on my commute to work. That song came up. I have that soundtrack from Donnie Darko. I was like, holy shit, I haven't heard this song in forever.
great. I can't wait to talk about that one. That'll be good.
Mhm.
Well, I got nothing else, guys. Plugs?
Uh,
What's happening on A Worthy?
well, we're supposed to have a guest on from Coffin Creeps. Supposed to have the guy from Coffin Creeps on, and he's making these like old school style Mego style like Universal Monsters stuff that they like he
Whoa.
like brought back a lot of like the they're like dolls, like plush dolls. So he has those, and yeah, so I'm just
How'd you find him?
I follow a lot of horror pages
Got it.
and a lot of like and it like I saw this one, like I saw the Frankenstein uh plush, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. But then I was reading into like the why, and like, I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. I would love to like talk to him. And then I attempted to try to order one, but it sold out. It was they have the werewolf now, because he's doing different monsters. So he has the werewolf out now. It's on pre-order. Well, pre-orders are sold out. So he's doing well because he's going to toy shows. They're selling out. People are buying them.
Wow.
They had like this nostalgia thing to him. So it was kind of like cool to have like have someone to kind of like, that has, not a big following, just has started something and everybody's like really buying into it, So I thought it was pretty cool, and I can't wait to hear his story and how
That's
he
awesome.
got this stuff together. So yeah.
Well, I was disappointed that you didn't have a good reaction to my Toy Rican comment.
I did. I really enjoyed that. Are you talking about the Hood Mania?
Hoodcast.
I thought no, me and Unworthy spoke and we thought that yours was like one of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best. And then when you mentioned Toy Rican, I was like, okay, now we're
Yes.
talking.
Strong legs.
It was great. I think you
We
really
were the live reactions to the call-ins for us was kind of lackluster, I think, because it was kind of up in the air right until the very moment we got them to play. Whether
Yeah.
we were going to be able to even get them.
Oh, really?
I was having such a difficult time getting. So I had both computers going. I was trying to get them downloaded and showing on one computer and the other, and I couldn't get them to work. So then I was like trying to play them off my phone, my old phone,
Yeah.
and it was like super quiet. So Danny and I were kind of stressed out, both of us, during all the way up to the time match.
During, before, during, and then after.
I mean, I guess the scope of that was pretty big, to be honest, and what you guys had to do. So
no, I think the execute. I think even despite the challenges, I think
I thought you killed it.
The execution was what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a nice little gag, and then again, hearing it's really nice to get you to come out of your comfort zone. Like, I know you're not just a pretty face.
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's really nice.
I had so much fun.
Dude, and
I was picking up my daughters, and I was in the parking lot, just like, I'm like, all right, what do I say next? All right, here we go. Let's try this one.
Even better.
I recorded like 10 of them, and I only sent you a few of them. I will do that over and over again for you guys,
and we appreciate
if you ask me.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, and I know, and like to hear you come out like, who the fuck is Hoodcast? I was like, my man, Chris. No, but you nailed it. Like, one of my favorite ones.
The problem was I waited until last minute to ask a lot of people, but it's only because I didn't realize, like, we got they recorded the fight, they did the whole thing and sent us the video, and we were going to play it live. And then when they sent me the video and I found out the match was only like 15 minutes, it's like, oh man,
it was only 15.
I don't have.
That's right.
Like, we got to go a whole, like, we were already planning on going like an hour before we aired the match.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have enough filler. Like, I gotta get some more fluff to throw in here. Like, so I was like, I got to get more call-ins. I got to do the weigh-ins and like all of that. So I was like, who
Yeah.
can I ask? I already got a bunch of like the Hoodcast regulars to do calls. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask somebody who can do the most deadpan. I have no idea what Hoodcast is, and I was like, I gotta go with my man. He's not just a pretty face; he's a comedic genius.
No, but I appreciate that, guys. I thought it was funny because it was on brand of like I don't follow wrestling much, and I did watch WrestleMania,
Mhm.
but I knew that was coming up, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just pretend that
Oh
I'm on
man, it was
WrestleMania.
perfect.
No, it was perfect. I think you nailed it. It was really nice to see like you coming and
Thanks,
saying
Dave.
everything you said. So it worked out really well. So thank you. I really
Yes,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Oh no, I only brought it up because I really wanted you to laugh really hard at the Puerto Rican strong legs one.
Well, I like that mode. I did a promo video to kind of pump up because I didn't want to go live before the show started, so I wanted to do I wanted to do like a promo video. But after that, like I was thinking, like, man, I gotta get this like Toy Rican gimmick going
Yeah,
and like make a promo video of Toy Rican. Like I need to get like the whole logo
please.
and like, get the whole like the straw hat and everything. Like get something really
Yes.
going. But it was pretty dope. Like I said, I shout out to them to Fallen and Cobra, and
yeah.
shout out to those guys for like just having fun and allowing us
That
to do it because it was fun. It was a
yeah,
laugh.
you got to give it up to them. Like they were just having fun. You know,
Yeah,
that's just fun.
yeah.
It was
To
a
be able
really good
to do
time.
that. All right,
Anybody
well,
that hasn't had a chance to watch it, you can go back and watch the replay. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
definitely check it out.
Lots of technical difficulties in the beginning, but we pulled it together.
Yeah, we got it together.
You guys always do. You guys kill it. TPC this week. It's just the Toy Daddies. We're just hanging out. First time in a while where we haven't a guest, so it'll be nice to just hang
Yeah.
out and unwind and talk toys and hang out with the Yimbo and No Chewing. Last week we had Emily Bader on from the Joe's team and now Transformers team. She was awesome. Like just so positive and really just kind of like you realize, oh wow, it really does take kind of a special person to push like do
Yeah.
marketing and push successful products, and that's why she's in that role. She was great, and we hope to have her on again.
Yeah.
And if you want to see a pitch, one hell of a pitch for Laserman, check that one out.
Was it an actual elevator pitch? Did you do it in the time the elevator would travel?
So it was funny because Yimbo's like, because we were talking about interns and how she has interns sometimes, and how she's like, I'll always encourage their ideas, and I was like, well, fun. I'm really glad you said that 'cause I have an idea for you. And then Yimbo's like, can I suggest something? Can we pretend that you're an intern, Chris? I was like, yes, this is a great idea. So I pretended I was an intern, and I think the best part was like, Chris, I'm really enjoying the enthusiasm of this. What would you say is the best part about Laserman? I was like, well, I'm really glad you asked because one of the best things about Laserman are his villains. And so then I got to segue into all the villains. So
There you
it was
go.
perfect. And then no cheering what he says. It was perfect. Under 2 minutes.
Core concept. There you go.
But yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, can I just say
we're gonna be possibly seeing some Laserman from the Joe's team.
well, she said maybe not Laserman because it could infringement on
Some
ideas.
copyright problems, right? Okay.
But maybe an accessory could go with the Joes, like I don't know, a
A
cow.
shit stomper accessory would be great.
I think she really she's like maybe just like a cow or something. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
So next time
seriously.
you see a cow in a Joe's pack, it's because of me.
Yeah.
We'll know why. Yeah.
They'll do like the 2-pack like they've been doing with the animals. They'll have like a Joe and then just a fucking cow. And I'm like, wow, that was Chris's idea right there. I never buy Joe's, and this would be the Joe I buy. I'll buy
Snake Eyes and a cow.
Snake Eyes and a cow. Winter action cow.
Let's the Snake Eyes and Cow 2-pack.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow and Hate and Bales of Hay 2-pack.
There you go. There you go.
Slowly have the entire. All you have to do is spend $60 at GI Joe, and you'll slowly have the whole Laserman Barnyard playset.
Yes,
If they want
yes.
to do,
Build a
if
figure
they want to do
barn.
Toy Rican, they should do it for Spanish Heritage Month. They should just. They should
Is
do
there
Toy
a-
Rican.
Is there a? There has to be a Hispanic Joe.
Oh
That
yeah,
I've known. I
There
don't know.
has
I
to
haven't.
be.
they're
Yes.
For Carlos.
I mean, okay, we can
Carlos.
really. It'll be a cow and no name farm boy. I mean, yeah, we can really dig into that, Danny. But I think we.
Can I be your intern? Can I be your intern? Can I pitch?
What do you want to pitch?
I'm playing. I was just joking.
Emily would probably be the better. Classified Barn HasLab. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Guys, I do have to say, I'm glad we do this every Monday because it really does start my week off right. Today was a heck of a day, but really glad to end it this way. So thank you guys. And thank you all.
Thank you.
And thank you guys in the chat, really just listening and hanging out, commenting. You know, we're just four men that like to play with toys and like talk about movies and
That didn't sound creepy at all.
no.
Four guys. So like
We're just
like
four
the
guys who may occasionally mess up an order on BBTS and get 4 Alakazams.
Yeah.
That I think you won on that one. That
I
looks
do.
great.
At first when I saw the size, I was like, "Well, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I did this." And then after I
No,
got them together, I was
it's
like, "Okay,
perfect.
this is perfect. I do
Yeah.
love this."
And I think it still scales well. It will still scale well with your photography.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was behind the scenes going like this. It's a bit small. The McFarlanes obviously are a bit ultra sized anyway. So.
Well, so I pulled out these from the basement. So
Nice.
There you go. Well, so that's how it started.
good
I bought
Pokemon collab.
I bought the Alakazam from that, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool. This is what I'll use." And then like
Yeah.
it has no articulation. You can't do anything with it. So I was like, "All right, I gotta find a better one."
It's okay. We got to do a. Is there a Pokemon that loves cereal? No,
That's what he was asking if
Dan.
this guy does because it was.
Oh, is that a Pokemon that loves cereal?
You need to get one with the
Yeah, the
ice cream
magician.
Pokemon.
The what?
There's a
Yeah,
Pokemon that's there's a
Vanillish.
Pokemon. So there's a Pokemon that's basically an ice cream cone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've phoned
It
it
got
in
weirder.
sometimes.
It got
Yeah.
weirder.
Yeah, there is. His name is the ice cream cone. His name is Vanillish.
Vanillish. That sounds like something from like. Do you guys? Oh, you guys probably don't. My kids watched this Bread the Barber or something, that Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a Shopkins. That's what it sounds like.
Shopkins.
Vanillish.
Here's a good question. If you were a Pokemon, what would be your Pokemon name? And what Pokemon?
We'd have to
would you
make
be?
it up, or
Yeah.
would we be a? Or do
Like
we?
what animal?
we
What
got-
animal would you be? And what would be your Pokemon name? Like, or what animal would you be inspired by? But
Oh,
My-
or
probably-
object or whatever. Because I mean, they're all like. I've always liked Mew's my favorite, but I've always liked
Me
Gengar and Ghastly. I've always loved those. The trio, I've always loved them. And
I
Mewtwo.
finally, I've been opening up the new Temporal Forces Pokemon pack. Opened like 100 of them, trying to get a Gengar, and I finally fucking got a Gengar today. And that card is amazing looking.
GameStop has the big plush joints, and they have a Gengar in mine. I'm like, damn, that's pretty dope, but the fuck am I gonna do with that big ass plush?
I think I'm still thinking about your question.
You don't have to answer it now. This is gonna be answered on the next episode, right? You just think about it.
I
Right.
mean, all I know is I would be an ice type.
Okay. Yeah,
And what
I'm
was
thinking
it?
about
Because
type.
you're so cool.
No, because I'm cold-hearted.
Yeah, he's
That
cold-hearted.
too.
Dude. He's
Y'all
like
weren't supposed to
Mr.
agree with that.
Freeze.
Y'all were supposed to be like, no.
No, you're
Y'all
like
changed
Mr.
that
Freeze.
way quick.
Yeah, if I were to think type, I'll think more of Dick's face.
Puerto Rican.
Yes. Yes. You know what? I didn't even have one, but that's it right here. Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Wow. I need to come up with like a concept of it now. Like as soon as this show's over, I'm gonna go and make this one happen. Puerto Rican. That's mine.
We'll have concept art of Puerto Rican by next episode.
I'm putting that in the
Oh, I
Laser
just
Man
thought of
ideas,
this.
but my
Puerto
God,
Rican.
that's so good.
I just thought of an alternative name. Boricua Chew.
That would be the evolved version of Puerto Rican.
Yes.
So Puerto Rican and what is it? Boricua Chew.
Boricua
Yes.
Chew.
There you go. I like it. What would be my third evolve? What, chancleta chew?
Well, not all have a third. You know, some
Yeah,
are
not
just
all.
stage one. You know, you don't.
Only
Need
the
See,
good
I
ones.
was gonna think of one, but those are perfect. So
I don't think it gets any better. I think
Birdie,
we're
I'm
really
a
good.
lightning. I got lightning powers, and I'm inspired by Pikachu. I'm one of those like little mice that turns into a pendejo mice. I love those.
Oh man, that's perfect.
You really wrote it down, Chris.
I did.
Chris the whole time is
Guys, come on. How
"That's a
many
good
times
idea."
we can't like forget these things?
You can't.
Like we
They
have
can't
great
film their own
ideas.
video.
We have great ideas that we always just forget about. So we got to write down these things.
That are gonna make it into a box one day. these ideas are gonna end up in a box.
Hey, one of these days,
One of these days.
your dreams can come true.
There you go. You too could be like me. Oh man. I like it.
Puerto Rican Barikachu.
I like it.
I'd be a water Pokemon, definitely.
Okay.
I just don't know what. I was always a big fan of Squirtle. I love Squirtle.
Yeah.
Yes. I was always my go-to was always Venusaur and Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
Like those were my two favorites.
Venusaur is a good one. What about you, Clint? What were your favorite Pokemon?
I usually went with fire. Like my favorite was always Ninetales.
Oh, Ninetales is a great one. That's a good one.
And then they made an ice version, so.
So, okay, you like?
Oh yeah, the Alolan. I would probably be like the hit. There's another form in the card game, like the Hisuian forms. They're always like angry versions. So like whatever I am, I'm probably going to be a Hisuian version of whatever. Because I'm like perpetually angry. It seems like.
So you're probably like Primeape.
Yes, Hisuian
Primate.
Yeah.
Primate.
That fits on so many levels because it's a pig monkey that is always angry. So I'm kind of a pig and a monkey, and I'm always angry.
I was just going for the angry part, not the pig part. I was being nice.
As I'm trying to put another Pokemon model thing together over here.
We got another one.
Hey man.
Diggs is the Pokemon trainer. He's our Pokemon trainer.
Diggs.
He's the new Ash.
So
Diggs Ketchum. That's his name now.
Oh man. We're just let's laserfy Pokemon.
Let's just steal another idea. Just come up with
hell with coming up with your own. Do you know how hard it is to come up with your own idea?
Let's all gather at Legion's Con and just paint and draw on fucking Pokemon toys. Because it's not against the law. Let's do it.
I mean, I love when it was at ChrisCon when Danny saw this for the first time, and we have the video, and he goes, "We're gonna get sued." Oh man, so funny. All right, everyone. Well, join us next week. We'll be talking about. Oh, this is a good one too. Hey man,
hey.
but not hey man, but hey man. But join us next week. We're gonna be talking about Donnie Darko. Maybe we'll talk about that 4th episode of X-Men. Maybe the 5th. Who knows?
Yes.
But we'll definitely be here, and we'll definitely talk more on Toy Talk.